is Friday, August 26th, I guess. Oh, last Friday in August. Summer winding down. We're heading into Labor Day weekend and the traditional end of summer. Of course, out here in California, kids have been in school for a while, as it is, which is kind of good. A little bit more work gets done here around the Hogan household sometimes when everybody's away. Of course, kids are pretty grown and old at this point, but anyway, it's been, I hope you guys liked that one. That was, of course, Diamonds and Rust by Joan Baez, a song that I have shown people for many years, well, pretty much since it came out in the late 70s and mid 70s kind of, early to mid 70s, maybe 74, maybe earlier now. I forget, but great little finger-picking song of hers, and had been thinking about doing a lot of her songs, or a couple of them. Sweet Sir Galahad's another particular favorite of mine, of ones she wrote. She, of course, sings a lot of songs phenomenally. Did a great job of The Wait. Much better singing at it than I was. But, no, she didn't do The Wait. Wait, I'm wandering off on a path. I was thinking The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, and that got into a whole thing about the lyrics and accuracy of lyrics, because she sang it with altered lyrics. I remember there was a thread on the forum about this, and I don't think everybody realized that she just kind of got them from the recording and didn't find any printed versions of them when she came out with her version on the album Blessed Are. But I digress. Not that I don't usually do stuff like that. And then we had another a cool tune that I gathered, obviously caught everybody by surprise. Bob Seger has some great guitar songs. Now he has a lot of his songs are kind of piano based as well, but we took one of his piano songs already a long time ago and turned that into a really fun song to play on the guitar. So I hope you guys are enjoying the couple of Bob Seger tunes that we have up there. I think I'm going to track down a few more in the near future. As a matter of fact, a lot of you have seen some of our Fly on the Wall videos with Fred. Fred came into his lesson last week and said, you know, after working on this, I was listening on my iPod, and the next song that randomly came up by Bob was almost the exact same chord progression. What song am I talking about? I can't even play it for you. But he noticed two things. It was in the same key, and it had nearly identical chords from a different album, not from Against the Wind, which is where, of course, Fire Lake was from. I think I haven't even mentioned yet what song I'm talking about. It was Fire Lake, as you probably know. So we also had finished up a batch of cowboy songs, and I got to tell you, part of the inspiration for doing these cowboy songs was to have some easier to play songs. So I'm kind of vacillating between different ranges. We have a lot of medium range songs on the site, the 4s, 5s, and 6s, you know, and that's kind of where the meat of the stuff is, I think. And so I wanted to get some more 1s and 2s in there, and that's what sort of inspired the Cowboy Songs thing. And so anyway, I dug deep into Americana, traditional American tunes, and we had stuff like Red River Valley, Sweet Betsy from Pike, The Yellow Rose of Texas. If you haven't watched that, there's a kind of a really interesting story about the history of that song and its real roots compared to it now becoming a sort of flag-waving thing. Kind of interesting, but I'm not going to go too far into that now. And then there was one more this week. Oh, it was Shenendoah, which is also got some interesting roots. Kind of a sea shanty kind of beginnings, and lots of different lyrics to it, and lots of different stories as to the origin, and lots of different people claiming that that Bill, Bob, or Steve, or Mary wrote it. So anyway, that's kind of what was happening there on the Target front. And again, staying with the plan of trying to make sure that I get a lot of reviews and fly on the walls, because I know you guys are liking those, and so I'm glad I can set aside time lately to be able to get that kind of happening. And let's see, we had reviews of, well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, that'll be the day when you make me cry, you say you're gonna leave, oh, it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die, of That'll Be the Day. And the other one, I can't go into it right now because it was in the D modal tuning. Mark had put up a video of him playing 4 and 20, I believe, and of course there's all kinds of controversy about that tuning too. So if you're you know, as to whether it's 5 Ds in it or 5 D flats or E flats or E's. It doesn't really matter. I like to play it in Dad, Dad, D-A-D, D-A-D, and even though Stills had his strings sometimes tuned a half step higher than that, sometimes a whole step higher, I'm gonna get away from that argument right now. So, what else? I really want to thank my handful of students, private students, who are willing to let me shoot their lessons and put them up for everybody with the fly on the walls, because I'm sure you're starting to get to know some of these people, Kevin, Fred, Sandy, Ed, and a couple of others that have popped in along the way, Mark, and it's always cool because they all come in with kind of like a slightly different agenda or something they want to work on, and we head off in that path. And so the ones that came up this time were, of course, Sandy working on something, and we talked about playing it in a bunch of different keys. All of a sudden we can do the Creedence Clearwater Revival version of something. See if you can spot that connection. Anyway, so Sandy was working on something, and then also had Kevin working on a Zac Brown tune, Chicken Fried. And as we sort of worked that out kind of by ear, and I had him work it out and stuff like that. So I will probably get to a lesson on that, because it was a pretty cool tune, and you should be able to figure it out just from even watching Kevin's lesson. But there's a neat little finger picking thing that happens in the beginning that I should get rolling on that. So, a lot of interesting things going on the forum lately too. Oh, I think last week we had a little discussion about this song. Was it Stealin'? Was it Leo Kottke? It wasn't, but again, that's why Leo called it Stealin'. So, and actually, even the one that I think of as that song, it was Well Stolen. So sometimes it goes by the name Ticklin' the Strings too. So, more on that coming up in the foreseeable future. So. Let's see, The Banner has been doing some cool traveling. Sounds like it made it great videos. I want to thank everybody that made the trip out there to Switzerland for signing it, shooting some cool videos, and then packing it back on its way with kind of one of the main instigators of this whole thing, and that would be Mark, who is now, I think, carting it back across the Atlantic Ocean to at least North America. So that's where it is on its way now, and we should be seeing it pretty soon. So I think that is about it. I don't know what I haven't. Oh wait, I do have to remind you of one thing. If anybody is in Northern California next weekend, next Saturday, Labor Day weekend, I will be playing at our little town barbecue here, or I don't think it's called something else, but in Los Gatos at Oak Meadow Park. And that will be Labor Day weekend. It'd be really cool if any TGers happen to show up out there, but I know it's a long haul for most people. And so I've been working on tunes that I need to have in shape for it. Might do that one. I don't know. That's My Dear Boy by John Renbourn. Kind of flashy, but also has built-in sloppiness to it. So, not sure if I'm gonna get around to that or not. But I'll have to, of course, play some of my own tunes. That's a kind of a standard one I play, and this one too that we haven't talked too much about this one at the site. How's it go? There it is. Wait a minute, I can't remember it now. I'm gonna try it again. Up. Oh, I can't remember the chords. practice. Obviously, that's pretty darn rusty. But so that's it for the news today, Friday, August 26th. Be back next week, which will be September something or other, 2nd maybe. And in the meantime, I got to go practice. You probably got to go practice too. So enough watching videos. See you next week.